Welcome, tennis fans from around the world, to what promises to be an absolutely enthralling and unforgettable day of world-class tennis. You are joining us live for a special comprehensive deep dive into the climax of the 2026 Lexus Birmingham Open, a tournament steeped in history, prestige, and the unmistakable, intoxicating scent of freshly cut grass. We are broadcasting to you right in the heart of the grass court season, a time of year that tests the mettle, the reflexes, and the adaptability of the world's greatest athletes. Today, the pristine lawns of the Edgbaston Priory Club serve as the battleground for a captivating final showdown between two of the most electrifying young talents on the WTA Tour today. On one side of the net, we have the pride of the Philippines, the 21-year-old sensation and tournament top seed, Alexandra Eala. On the other side, representing the legendary tennis powerhouse of Czechia, is a fiercely talented 20-year-old fifth seed, Eala Bartunkova. As we speak, the match is officially underway on center court, and the tension in the air is palpable. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, watching two phenomenal athletes who are not only familiar with each other's games, but actually shared the same side of the court earlier this week as doubles partners. Right now, the live scoreboard reflects the razor-thin margins of elite grass court tennis. We are in the very early stages of the first set, and the score is deadlocked at one game apiece, with the points currently balanced on a knife edge at 15-all in the third game. Both women have successfully navigated their opening service games, shaking off the inevitable pre-match jitters to put a number on the board. Alexandra Eala, despite struggling to find her first serve rhythm early on with only a 17% first serve percentage, has been absolutely ruthless when she does land it, winning 100% of her first serve points. Eala Bartunkova, meanwhile, has been incredibly resilient, matching Eala blow for blow, boasting a 40% first serve rate and leaning on a very solid 67% win rate on her second serve. It is a tense, tactical, and mesmerizing start to a final that has all the makings of a modern classic. To truly understand the gravity of this moment, we must pull back the lens and examine the monumental journey that has brought both of these extraordinary young women to this sun-drenched afternoon in Birmingham. Let us begin with Alexandra Eala, a player who is currently rewriting the history books of Asian tennis with every swing of her racket. Currently sitting at a career-high world number 37, Eala arrived in the United Kingdom, carrying the immense weight of expectation on her shoulders. She is the top seed here, a status earned through sheer grit, relentless consistency, and a game that has matured exponentially over the past 12 months. Eala is not just playing for a title today. She is carrying the hopes and dreams of an entire nation. The Philippines has long yearned for a global tennis superstar, and in Alex Eala, they have found a champion of the highest caliber. Her recent accolades are nothing short of staggering. From becoming the first Filipina to reach a WTA 1000 semifinal at the Miami Open, to her trailblazing inclusion in the Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia list, Eala is transcending the sport. She is a cultural icon in the making, proving that talent nurtured in Southeast Asia, polished at the Rafa Nadal Academy, can dismantle the very best the world has to offer. Eala's path to this final has been a masterclass in grass court adaptation. She effortlessly dispatched Priscilla Hahn, Alina Kariva, and Maninkaya Sawanki, showcasing a lethal blend of baseline aggression and much improved net play. However, it was her gritty, grueling three-set victory over Rebecca Mazarova in the semifinals, winning 6-2, 4-6, 6-3 after multiple rain delays, that truly highlighted her championship mentality. She proved she could weather the storm, both literally and figuratively. Standing in her way is a formidable opponent who represents a nation that practically manufactures tennis prodigies. Eala Bartunkova, the world number 69 from Czechia, is stepping onto the court today looking to etch her name alongside the Czech greats who have conquered the grass, such as the legendary Petra Kvitova. At just 20 years old, Bartunkova possesses a tennis IQ that belies her age. She is a tactical maestro, a player who understands the nuances of the grass court, the unpredictable low bounces, the premium place on the slice, and the absolute necessity of a reliable serve. Bartunkova's journey to this final has been equally impressive, marked by a quiet, steely determination. She navigated past the dangerous British hope Harriet Dart, outmaneuvered Gabriela Andrea Knudsen and Mika Stazeljevic, and then delivered a stunning performance in the semifinals against the powerful American Ashlyn Kruger, triumphing 6-4, 7-6. What makes Bartunkova so dangerous is her ability to problem-solve in real time. In her match against Kruger, her first serve percentage hovered around 55%, a number that might spell disaster for a lesser player. But Bartunkova was ruthlessly efficient, dropping merely 9 points when her first serve found the box. She understands that on grass, placement and spin are often more devastating than raw, unadulterated power. This final is not merely a contest for the WTA 125 Birmingham title. It is a critical litmus test for the upcoming Wimbledon Championships. The grass court season is notoriously brief, a fleeting window of just a few weeks where players must frantically adjust their footwork, shorten their backswings, and recalibrate their entire strategic approach. A title here in Birmingham offers more than just a magnificent trophy and a significant prize money check. It provides an invaluable injection of confidence. For Alexandra Eala, lifting the trophy today would solidify her status as a genuine threat at the All-England club, proving to the locker room that her devastating ground strokes can penetrate the slickest of surfaces. For Eala Bartunkova, a victory would be a monumental breakthrough, her first grass court title, and a loud declaration that a new Czech star has truly arrived on the grandest stage. As they battle point for point right now, locked at 1 game all, we are witnessing a fascinating clash of styles, mentalities, and tennis heritage. It is a ferocious, topspin-heavy, left-handed brilliance of Eala against a flat-hitting, cerebral, surgically precise right-handed game of Bartunkova. The stage is set, the stakes could not be higher, and the tennis world is watching with bated breath. As we delve deeper into the intricate mechanics of this matchup, it is impossible to ignore the fascinating subplot that underscores this final. Alexandra Eala and Eala Bartunkova are not just adversaries today. They are colleagues, peers, and earlier this week, they were partners. Just a few days ago, these two young women stood shoulder to shoulder on this very same grounds, competing together in the Birmingham Open doubles draw. They formed a formidable alliance, pushing the second-seeded British duo of Harriet Dart and Maya Lumsden to the absolute brink before falling short in a heartbreakingly tight match tiebreak. 10-8 in the third set. They shared tactical whispers behind tennis balls. They celebrated each other's spectacular volleys. And they experienced a bitter taste of defeat as a unified team. Now, they must completely compartmentalize that camaraderie. They must look across the net and see an obstacle, a hurdle standing between them, and a coveted singles championship. Playing against a friend, particularly one you have recently partnered with, requires a profound psychological pivot. You know their tendencies, you know their weaknesses, but crucially, they know yours just as intimately. This match is as much a mental chess match as it is a physical contest. Let us dissect the tactical battleground. Alexandra Eala's game is built on a foundation of relentless, heavy ball striking. As a left-hander, she inherently possesses an advantage that has historically paid massive dividends on grass. The lefty serve out wide on the ad court is one of the most destructive weapons in the sport, pulling the opponent entirely off the court and opening up the entire expanse of the green turf for a decisive winner. Eala's forehand is a majestic, sweeping shot, loaded with topspin, but she has clearly worked diligently to flatten it out for the grass court season. On a surface where the ball skids rather than sits up, excessive topspin can sometimes be a liability, giving the opponent too much time. Eala has demonstrated this week that she can drive the ball through the court with devastating authority. Her movement, traditionally exceptional on hard courts and clay, has translated beautifully to the grass. She stays remarkably low to ground, a necessary adjustment to counter the unpredictable bounce. However, the early statistics from this match reveal a potential vulnerability. Serving at a mere 17% first serve percentage in her opening game is a glaring statistic. While she escaped unscathed because she won every point when she did land the first serve, relying so heavily on second serve against a returner as astute as Bartunkova is playing with fire. Eala must find her rhythm on the toss, simplify her motion, and increase that percentage if she hopes to dictate the terms of engagement. Conversely, Eala Bartunkova operates with a different kind of lethal efficiency. The Czech schooling system in tennis is world-renowned for producing players with immaculate technique and an innate understanding of court geometry. Bartunkova does not possess overwhelming, bone-crushing power, but she makes up for it with sublime timing and extraordinary redirection of pace. On a grass court, where the ball is already traveling at warp speed, Bartunkova uses her opponent's pace against them. She absorbs a heavy blow from Eala and redirects them into the open spaces with subtle flicks of the wrist. Furthermore, Bartunkova's slice is a weapon of mass disruption. She uses the backhand slice not merely as a defensive mechanism to stay in a rally, but as an offensive tool to completely reset the tempo. The slice stays agonizingly low on the grass, forcing Eala to bend her knees to extreme angles to dig the ball out, making it incredibly difficult to generate attacking pace. Bartunkova's key to victory today lies in her ability to protect her own serve and exploit Eala's second serve. The fact that Bartunkova has won 67% of her second serve points early in this match indicates that she is placing the ball intelligently, preventing Eala from stepping inside the baseline and hitting outright return winners. The battle for court positioning will ultimately decide the champion. Grass court tennis is a game of first strikes. The player who initiates the aggression, who takes the ball early and steps inside the baseline, usually walks away with a victory. Eala naturally wants to push Bartunkova back, to pin her deep behind the baseline with the sheer weight of her ground strokes. If Eala is allowed to set her feet and unleash her forehand, she will blow Bartunkova off the court. But Bartunkova knows this. Her strategy will be to rob Eala of time. Expect to see Bartunkova hitting deep, flat returns, aiming for Eala's shoelaces, forcing the Filipina to hit up on the ball. Expect Bartunkova to utilize the drop shot, a highly effective play on grass, to pull Eala out of her comfort zone at the back of the court and force her to move forward, testing her net skills under duress. We must also consider the immense pressure of the occasion. For Eala, the expectations are astronomical. She is not just playing for herself. She is playing for millions of passionate fans back in the Philippines who wake up in the middle of the night to watch her every move. She has handled this pressure with extraordinary grace thus far in her young career. But final is a different beast entirely. For Bartunkova, the pressure is more internal. The Czech Republic has an embarrassment of riches in women's tennis, and breaking out of that crowded pack to establish oneself as a premier player requires seizing opportunities exactly like this one. She knows that winning her first grass court title by taking down the top seed would be a massive statement to the tennis establishment. As we watch this first set unfold, tied at one game apiece, the physical and mental stamina of both players will be tested to the absolute limit. Every service hold is a hard-fought victory. Every break point feels like a monumental shift in momentum. The statistics will ebb and flow. Eala's first serve percentage will undoubtedly rise, and Bartunkova will inevitably find more rhythm on her returns. The true test will come in the pressure cooker moments, the 30-all points, the deuce games, the crucial tiebreaks. How will Eala's heavy forehand hold up when her arm feels heavy? How will Bartunkova's delicate slice function when the nerves begin to fray? This is the beauty and the cruelty of professional tennis. It strips away all pretenses and reveals the raw, unfiltered truth of an athlete's character. Today, on the hallowed grounds of Birmingham, we are witnessing two incredible young women searching for that truth, fighting for every inch of grass, and leaving every ounce of their energy out on the court. As we prepare to watch the remainder of this gripping final unfold, it is vital to step back and appreciate the magnificent broader narrative that this match represents for the sport of women's tennis. The 2026 season has been characterized by a thrilling changing of the guard. We are witnessing the definitive arrival of a new, fearless generation of athletes who are not content to simply participate on the tour. They are here to dominate it. Alexandra Eala at 21 and Nikola Bartunkova at 20 are at the vanguard of this youth movement. They are playing a brand of tennis that is faster, more athletic, and more tactically diverse than ever before. This final in Birmingham is a glorious glimpse into the future of the sport, a future that looks incredibly bright, diverse, and fiercely competitive. Regardless of who lifts the trophy today, the ramifications of this match will ripple throughout the tennis world, particularly as we stand on the precipice of the Wimbledon Championships. For Alexandra Eala, a deep run here, culminating in a potential title, represents a seismic shift in her career trajectory. It proves that her game is not confined to the hard courts of Miami or the clay courts of Roland Garros. She is a genuine, all-surface threat. A victory today would send her to London brimming with unshakable confidence, knowing that she has mastered the nuances of the most demanding surface in the sport. It would solidify her seeding, potentially protecting her from the biggest names in the early rounds of Wimbledon and setting the stage for a truly deep run at a Grand Slam. Eala is carrying the torch for Southeast Asian tennis, inspiring a generation of young girls in the Philippines and beyond to pick up a racket and dream of center court. Her journey from a young prodigy to a bona fide WTA star is a testament to unwavering dedication, exceptional coaching, and a heart that refuses to quit. For Eala Bartunkova, this final is a revelation. It is a declaration that she is ready to step out of the shadows of her illustrious compatriots and carve out her own legacy. The Czech Republic has consistently produced tennis royalty, but Bartunkova's game has a unique, quiet brilliance to it. Her ability to navigate the tricky grass courts of Birmingham, dismantling powerful opponents with surgical precision, suggests that she possesses the perfect toolkit for grass court success. A title today would not only be a career milestone, but a massive boost to her ranking, propelling her closer to the elite echelons of the game. It would announce to the locker room that Bartunkova is a master tactician, a player who cannot be bullied off court, and a dangerous floater that no seeded player will want to face in the opening round at Wimbledon. As we look at the live score one last time before we let you immerse yourselves back into the action, the match remains deadlocked. 1 game all, a testament to the fact that these two women are evenly matched, fighting tooth and nail for every point. The statistics tell a story of early nerves, but also of immense potential. Eala must correct her serving percentage, relying on her thunderous first serve to dictate play. Bartunkova must continue to use her craftiness, varying her pace and spin to keep Eala off balance. The outcome of this match hangs entirely in the balance, resting on the execution of microscopic details. A slightly better toss, a fraction of a second quicker anticipation, a moment of absolute, unwavering belief. We are in for an absolute treat for the rest of this afternoon. The grass courts of Birmingham have hosted legends of the game, from Billie Jean King to Martina Navratilova to Ashley Barty. Today, Alexandra Eala and Eala Bartunkova are writing their own chapter in this storied history. Will it be the powerful, transcendent Filipina superstar claiming her first grass court crown, or will it be the brilliant, tactical Czech prodigy announcing her arrival on the big stage? Only time and the unforgiving green turf will tell. Thank you so much for joining us for this extensive deep dive into the Lexus Birmingham Open Final. It is a privilege to analyze such phenomenal talent and to witness the evolution of this beautiful sport. Settle in, grab your refreshments, and prepare yourselves for what is guaranteed to be a thrilling, dramatic, and unforgettable conclusion to this championship match. Enjoy the rest of the tennis, and we will see you next time